Paula Roberts is the English psychic who is on set to give us a reading right now. I would like, Paula, for you to give me a reading on President Trump.
Just the one card?
One card.
One card. Let's do just one card. We like that one.
What is that?
I mean, I do recognize that I'm at Fox TV. I am a sense of loss. A sense of loss. But it's very specific. No, let me move on. It's a sense of loss. It's as if he may be thinking more about what he's lost and not still taking full advantage of what he still has.
That's a great interpretation, Paula.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I don't make it up.
It's not surprising that Fox News' entertainment block had a psychic on to deliver more of their political coverage. But I'm not sure that Jesse Watters' producers were expecting a lost card to be pulled on Trump. And the fact that she didn't say that it meant he will lose, but that he refuses to let go of what he already lost, means that she's been paying attention to the last 3 years of American politics. His attorney, though, Alina Habba, she has more concrete evidence of what his mindset really is.
He has also voiced some concern that a court that has, he appointed 3 of the justices to the Supreme Court, and it gave the conservatives a supermajority. He is concerned that they are going to look as if they're trying not to rule in his favor and might rule against him.
What do you say about that, Alina?
Yeah, that's a concern that he's voiced to me. He's voiced to everybody publicly, not privately. And I can tell you that his concern is a valid one. Republicans are conservative. They get nervous. They, unfortunately, are sometimes shy away from being pro-Trump because they feel that even if the law's on our side, they may be swayed, much like the Democratic side would. Right? So they're trying so hard to look neutral that sometimes they make the wrong call. If the justices read the law as I do, as most Americans and attorneys do, even Dershowitz, who's a known liberal, it's just a simple decision, and it should have nothing to do with if you're a Republican or a Democrat.
You know how Republicans are so afraid to show how conservative they are, from the fear of being seen as partisan and in support of Donald Trump. This narrative always has to paint themselves as victims of an oppressive political landscape once consequences show up. The problem is that Trump world might be seeing some validity in a few of these states' desire to remove him from their ballots. They're hoping that the Supreme Court will hear the case and rule in his favor, but if not, they have to come up with some nefarious excuses besides his involvement in the January 6th attempt to violently take over the Capitol.
I think the one that they inevitably will take is the Colorado case, because that really goes to the heart of, can you have judges preventing the voters from voting for one of the major 2 parties' nominees, assuming Donald Trump is the nominee. And by the way, Colorado, they're trying to take him off the primary ballot. I don't think the Supreme Court, I think they're going to reverse that quite easily. I think that decision is utterly lawless. The main decision is even more laughable. And more we see in courts, we see at the Department of Justice, we see among elected Democrats, we see in the corporate media. They are motivated just by this overwhelming hatred of Donald Trump.
Ted Cruz is working in hopes of preserving the glory of Donald Trump, probably because he already lost to him in embarrassing fashion. But the rest of the current field of Republican hopefuls is still stuck rooting against his removal while also claiming that they can somehow win without it. Nikki Haley's one of them, and she can't stop playing the generic danger card that speaks to her base.
Look, I mean, first of all, don't open a door you can't close. And this is a dangerous door to open. And we need the Supreme Court to step in quickly before we have too many states do this. I will defeat President Trump fair and square. I have no doubt about that. But this is not the way to do it. We have seen happen, and this started prior to COVID, is government thinking that they know better than everybody else. And you've got people who are telling people what to think, what to do, how to live, how to breathe. That is not what they're supposed to do. I trust the people of Colorado. I trust the people of Maine. I trust the people of Wisconsin. Let them make the decision. Let them decide the path forward for our country. But this goes back to the fact that, rightly or wrongly, chaos follows Trump. It always does. It just follows him. And we are a country in disarray. We've got a world on fire, and we can't go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it. You don't fix Democrat chaos with Republican chaos.